This new Civic morphs my envoys to take on the physical form of the empire they are assigned to, and combined with an old Civic has the potential to make a diplomatic vassal hive build work. It's cursed, but we can do that. My aim is to make a superpower empire that can easily vassalize the entire galaxy without having to go to war. But hopefully it doesn't lead to a galaxy-wide rebellion. You know me, I'd never get too greedy, right? I'm going to show you a complete run-through on how to get this going so you can dominate your next Stellaris game. Just don't get too greedy like I do. Let's get into it. Here are the peace bringers, with the main Civic and inspiration for this build being familiar face. Envoys and officials take on the physical form of the empires they are assigned to, which means trust required to perform diplomatic actions is minus 50%. Now, trust was added to basically nerf me spamming vassals like a year and a half, maybe a year ago, I'm not entirely sure. Lowering that trust requirement to spam vassals, which we're going to try and do as best as we can, we get more envoys, so you can improve relations faster, more infiltration speed and less operation difficulty, spy stuff, maybe we'll start stealing pops, and then we're combining it with Empath, which reduces the opinion penalty just Gestalts normally have with biological empires. It also gives you more diplomatic weight, more trust gap, which isn't really gonna matter, but envoy improved relations is plus 25%, so you can tell what we're doing. Now, on top of being friendly with someone, we're also needing to be quite strong early on in terms of tech, economy, and military strength. So we've gone through quite a quick origin with the new one being wilderness, and there is also a custom holding that I want to check out. We're going to have a lot of vassals, hopefully. We've gone intelligent to help with that tech, eggling to help with the pop growth to actually just scale, and Agarian for more food because we do have biological ships. We've also got psychological infertility, which lowers pop growth during war and crisis. We're not going to war, and then less job efficiency for entertainers, because I don't actually think we get entertainers. I guess we do get maintenance drones, but it's fine. We'll be fine. I'm playing on the standard EP0 settings, 12 empires, Grand Admiral. We will play on mid-game skin at year 50, but I'm fairly sure this could work. It just might take a little bit longer on normal Grand Admiral, which have lower tech and tradition costs. Now, obviously, this won't apply to multiplayer players, but this is great for single player, or if you're playing with a couple friends and a lot of AI, you could just try and vassal everyone and then steal their economy. That is the plan. Let's get more armor, as that's going to boost fleet power. The cost reduction is quite nice, so we can spam more, but also unity is also nice. Let's go for the unity. Then we'll go for fusion metabolism. We want a little bit of navy tech to start with, but we're also going to immediately survey out, send a mauler off to explore, and then I genuinely want to get another science ship. We can actually get two. We need to find people. We need to make first contact with them and get going. We're then going to buy minerals, and do note this is on 4.0.4. There are rapid patches. Districts now cost biomass to grow, so the origin has been nerfed a bit, but I think we can still get a really strong start going. We're just going to need to be a little bit more patient. That's fine. Please subscribe. Now, funnily enough, we don't actually have enough unity for these science ships. Maybe this could be optimized a little bit better, but they don't need a leader if we've already looked at the land. So we can just actually start sending them to follow the stuff we sent out, and then we should eventually get enough unity. There we go. Go and explore. Key tip, just do explore, don't survey, because exploring is much quicker, because surveying will have to do each body in the system, whereas explore will just go there and move on. First thing we're going to build, I think, is going to be minerals. It does cost biomass, but fine. Then I think we'll go for a Cradle of Rebirth. They build at the same time as well, so we may as well get food, I guess. Districts are still cheaper, but only by a little bit, half of the building cost. And this other scientist, recruit the cheapest. Explore, we found something, but I don't think it's an empire, but we can still explore, do the contact. Our aim is to get the economy up, which can then help our military ships, and then hope our tech doesn't fall too far behind. Now, let's get some unity going. Something funny about this origin is when I played it previously, we were basically getting squared empire size. It's not as bad now. As you can see, we're actually below the 67. Not ideal. We're gonna get another Cradle of Rebirth. We just want to fill as much as we can with that. Just free amenities we may as well. If you didn't know how this origin works, we get the wilderness trait. So essentially, one pop can work the jobs, as it gives 1,000 workforce. We get unique buildings, districts, and district specializations. We can't actually colonize, but we can terraform instead, and we get a new resource biomass, which is essentially pops. As you can see on our planet, we have 1.2k there. We also get mutualistic intelligence, which reduces empire size effect by 25%, but empire size from districts and planets is plus 200%. Now this isn't going to be bad because we're going to play quite tall and just try and vassalize everyone and steal their resources. It's perfect. For our first edition, I think we absolutely want prosperity so that we can reduce the cost of everything, as that reduces the biomass cost, which is the biggest bottleneck with this origin. We're finding a lot of people now running out of envoys. This is an empire, which is huge. I should also change our first contact to proactive to give us 10% more first contact speed rather than cautious, which is making first contact target difficulty go up by 2. Not something we want. We're going to reduce the cost. That brings biomass down by 5. This is going to add up over time, and we can now actually terraform its world into a tropical world, costing us 500 biomass. And considering we found someone, I think we can just try and go quite early with the amount of ships we build. Now the biggest issue is going to be actually alloys, surprisingly, as we don't have an alloy district. So now instead of buying minerals, let's buy the max alloys, which is 10, which you can find in my Discord pinned in the Stellaris channel, link in the description. That should help. We can sell excess energy because we no longer need energy because we can afford to clear both blockers that we had. It's very nice. I don't know whether to finish prosperity or go down diplomacy, which is going to give us a bunch of buffs. We can reduce diplomatic influence costs, which is going to help. We get unity from embassies, more trust growth, more diplomatic acceptance. Since we found someone, I'm going diplomacy. Yep, that's what we're doing. Damn it, our science ship got caught. That's not great. We have found another empire up here. Perfect. I'm going to build a couple communal biomes just to get our science and unity up a little bit because we don't want to fall behind. Then we should think about what is the best fleet power that we can get, the most optimal. I have not done the maths. If we split this up, the support unit, the Weaver's only 84 fleet power, whereas the Mauler's 64, just on their auto designs, but it costs way more than that increase. The Maulers seem like the play. Now, armor shield, I don't know. The auto design actually tries to optimize fleet power, so I'm actually thinking this is probably the best. We just got to spam Maulers, and of course have them in the same fleet so they can all have the leader buffs. So that is what we'll do. Maulers, start building as many as we can. Let's grab that extra envoy, I guess, since we have another first contact we can use. Leader levels up. Research speed. I'm holding some biomass here for when we actually colonize this planet. Let's grab an upgrade to weapons. That will help with power. We can also upgrade, which I think will be worth it because it will be, I believe, the better armor. We have this new planet. We're going to spam Cradle of Rebirths, as many as we can to start with. And we'll build another one. This is going to be our bottleneck. Let's get the unity from embassies, so when we meet these people, we can befriend them, give them embassies, and be a happy family. I think it is also important to build some star bases, mainly because we can build solar panels, which will help with the economy. Diplomatic acceptance and envoys improving relations have a chance to get a favor. That's going to be huge for vassaling. We should have probably saved some biomass to colonize this other world. You should hopefully get there quickly, but make sure you work those jobs. You'll always keep them favorited. And since we have tier 2 armor, let's put both tier 2 armors on. That'll raise the fleet power even more. Equip these with solar panels. Don't have hydro bays yet. Prayer order, that's very nice. Aid in our research. 5% more research speed. I'm going to prioritize actually building up our planets a little bit. The biomass, our economy is quite strong. We'll trust growth and cap. We just need this first contact to finish now. Come on. Great thing actually, replacing a district doesn't cost biomass. So we can just put a research here. We don't really need the trade or the amenities. They're literally producing 6. Get it gone. We've found some merchant. We can just buy crystals for 50 energy. May as well. Don't know if that helps our economy values. I've not been maxed that far. We've finally met someone. Obviously do the good greeting. Is the people all the way up here? What? Improve instantly. As soon as we can improve relations, we will, but they are fanatic militarists, which is a bit awkward. Hopefully we find people who are nice. Memento Mori. A hive. We are best friends. Improve relations. We got a spare envoy. Improve. Regime of Tibet. You will also be our friends. They're authoritarian, but they like us. Establish embassy, improve. So embassies will start gaining us trust. And of course, to get a subjugation, you need 25 trust or excellent relations. It's usually 50. It's a big deal. Now we're going to form a non-aggression pact. Our influence costs for these are reduced because of diplomacy. Do not guarantee independence. You cannot propose subjugation if you're guaranteeing, and there's no point activating it to break it. We can launch more unity, and then we can go build relations, which would do more trust growth, but do we need more trust growth? Those are the questions. I think we go for more resources from jobs because that's going to help our economy stats. Diplomacy can now be finished. Doesn't really matter too much, but we get an ascension perk, but we could get more envoys. We don't really need that yet. So let's go for the tech. We can now colonize this planet, 500 biomass. So once we get 10 trust, we can start doing commercial pacts, research agreements. They're usually 20 trust, so it just speeds everything up. And of course they love us, and it's probably wise to go for like cheap resource based techs, because the tech equivalents, though we need to be stronger than them, goes based on the amount of techs you have, not how much research you have monthly, if that makes sense. Also, our envoys look, they've shifted to look like them. It's so cool. We just keep building ships, I guess. Oh, the zones don't cost. I should have built a zone here as soon as I could. Let's make you alloys. We've been declared a rival. Well, these guys might be more stubborn then. That's fine. The spec envoy we have will improve just so they don't completely ruin us. Right, we can get research agreement. We actually can't do commercial pact because we're just salt. That's fine. Subjugation's at 25 trust. May as well form the defensive pact. That builds trust even further. They'll like us even more. They'll be more likely to be our friends. And we could even send like gifts to empires like Momentum Mori that's struggling to like us. So let's just give you like 1,000 minerals, 1,000 energy. Maybe we can do communications. Now they like us, we can do embassy, non-aggression. The gifts will just speed it up because now you can actually do negotiations, which improve relations and trust even more. We want to get over that barrier. Oh, and look, we can propose subjugation. So yeah, they're not going to accept at the minute, mainly because we're equivalent to them. So we need to build stuff, research more decks, be stronger than them. You can see a breakdown here. You have a minus 50 base, empire population, loyalty, distance, terms, lack of trust. So they want more trust. So we maybe should have done the build more trust thing. You can see when we actually go through different terms, the acceptance is way more lenient. So a tributary is minus 320 because of the contract. So we can actually go through and like give them independent diplomacy. That reduces it. Expansion permit reduces it more. 0 on everything. I mean, we could give them stuff, but say, no, we're not going to join any. We're not going to make you join our conflicts. And we'll join all yours. 238. We'll do no holdings. 203. Unified census. 183. So we're actually not far off, and we could definitely bribe them. Like, we could give them all of our tech, but we don't want to really do that, as what's the point? So we will keep building, but the more we improve relations, the more our trust builds, the more that number goes down. We'll keep going for small techs in the hope we can get better techs than them. And of course, we're obviously getting favors too. I don't think favors can actually be applied to proposed subjugation, and we have all the terms. So the favors don't really matter here, unless we're trying to go for like a federation. They're now inferior military because we built enough ships. So now if we do a vassal with those terms, we're at 184. Interesting. Well, let's keep going our economy then. Build things, please. Okay, we can form defensive plaque, form research agreements, which is going to help our tech. It will also help theirs. That is fine. More resource from jobs, get the economy more. Minus 78. It's going. Found someone else. Average embassy. Very nice. I can propose subjugation momentum Mori, but I have a feeling because they're equivalent, that'll be harder. All we need is one to join us and start stealing resources, and we're golden. Annoyingly, we are at max influence too. We would love to spend some of that on contracts. They will accept we are plus 22. So I want to see if we can steal some resources. We can. Anything else is a no-go. We've had to give them rights, I guess. And we'll join their conflicts, but we can modify this contract later on. We just want to get our foot in the door. So let's start stealing some of their resources. They've accepted. We have a vassal. They're giving us 15%, which is 22 energy, 21 minerals, and 20 food. That's just going to now help us scale further and further. We can change that contract in 60 months, and we can do things like just focus on tech and alloys and constantly building more fleets every time we can. We're at minus 30 with Momentum Mori. Good. For some reason the research agreement went. We'll keep that. Keep them happy. Another alien. We can actually get the fundamental principles of knowledge from the creators, which is going to give us a trait to our nodes, which is giving us research speed, survey speed, and specimen output. Perfect. They're now inferior fleet strength because we're just spamming it. Join us. We can save you. Still minus 30. Momentum Mori are very annoying. Ride us. Mature maulers will be very nice. There's more fleet strength. Momentum Mori now will accept as well. Plus 69. Nice. Or we can get 30% from them. Wonder if we can get tech instead. No. Alloys. We'll go for 30% base resources. Oh, we could do 15 in the holding. Actually, yes. I want to see the new holding. Proceed. We can start working with other people. Non-aggression pact. These guys hate us. These guys also hate us. Fine, we can focus our efforts on them later. So Momentum Mori, we can build a holding from the capital called Wilderness Glade. Plus 400 food. Upkeep upkeep from resource producing jobs minus 5%, but food from jobs minus 10. The subject will turn food into basic resources from the Overlord. Overlord reduces upkeep from resource producing jobs on the subject world. Wilderness Glade spawns on the planet occupying a district slot. Wait, what? No free district on this planet for our pocket biome. Huh? Why can't I place this? I have no idea why I can't build this. So I accidentally stopped the recording when I was checking online how to do the holdings. I still don't know. I think it might be related to the tech, but in terms of what's been going on, we've renegotiated contracts with the terms ending, so we're getting a lot more from them in even tech. And Tamori doesn't like us as much. Probably need to continue to improve. We've got another new vassal, and we're working on other ones while we're just increasing fleet power constantly. The Full Empire did send fleets at us, but we have fleets, so it did not matter. Then we're just constantly improving relations, sending agreements, improve the economy. This is pretty easy. And we're getting Dyson Swarms now, which is going to help even more. And there's a ruined Dyson Sphere down here. What the heck? Oh, no. This is the only issue with the agreements that you'll join their war. Momentum already did declare war on Mission Incorporated. But we do have fleets, so I'm just going to let them battle it out. They literally only want 2 systems. Are you dumb? Also, they hate us now. Aw, those Gallic furnaces to feel better about it all. We can use the favors here to actually get an on-aggression pack, which will gain our trust and opinion up further. Anyone who we don't have embassies with, let dump. They don't want energy? Okay. Food? No. Minerals? Yeah, you like minerals, don't you? What about some rare crystals as well? 69? Nice. We can negotiate terms again with the regime. Let's absolutely get rid of subject conflicts. I think we're going to learn from that. It's good to get things going. We can increase tech that we're stealing and alloys and consumer goods. Everything's a map. We could specialize them into a Scalarium. We do have to do defensive. I like the sounds of that. Alloys and consumer goods aren't an issue, and Scalarians will give us research speed and some good stuff. We may as well. Yeah, see, the Overlord gets monthly 10%. No, not more wars. The regime of Thaba is getting declared war by the state of Valga up here. These guys hate us. I am happy to come up and help you, my vassal. You've been loyal to us. We have another planet. It's going to be Unity. The Great Reef. They like us. I'm coming to save you, vassal. No, not another war. Well, maybe don't do the war things in the future. With their attackers on every side, well, get rid of these subject conflicts. I've had enough. I can't. I can do defensive, I guess. Mission Incorporated. Status quo done. Another status quo done. Maybe another status quo. There we go. Peace in our time. Yeah, no conflicts with Mentamori anymore. You've blown it, mate. We're actually out of influence to go to more science. Well, just a little bit. We did get the tech that lets us do the food district thing, and we still can't build it. Maybe it's bugged. I should have gone cooperative. I'm an idiot. Oh, my word. Cooperative's so good for us. I completely forgot about that. And we'll also go complex drone output since we don't produce much of our basic resources anymore. Oh, we can just get tributary for free. Very nice. Or we can try and do vassal. I'm not joining your conflicts. All your resources. Yeah, nice. If we do switch to union map mode, you can see we're the green. We are a snake through this galaxy. Even the people who used to hate us are now friendly. Brilliant. Non-aggression pact. They're trying to fight us again. That's a 3.2k. Did we hit them? There we go. Why is it so fast and it's killing all our stuff? Stop it. It's too quick for the small range that we have. Let's put on all the bonuses. I should have done that. It's actually going to kill our stuff. I killed all our stuff. You can see now we're getting -2 monthly loyalty because of divided patronage because we have 4 vassals. Not great. We can try and fix that a little bit. We get +2 from Overlord Garrison, but like it probably would be useful. We need to build 3 armies and send them over there. Like, does this ship just stay there or something? Like, what am I meant to do? Oh, they've left us alone now. Okay. We're upgrading the building so we can get more research per researcher. They're quite important to get. Telcom is here. I kind of want to just try and put through regulated growth because we'll just get more loyalty. Emphasize from systems benefits us because we're tall. We'll land our armies over here to try and help our loyalty. Another vassal can join the fray. I don't even know where these are. Oh, this one. Our economy. Holy moly. Get another Civic. I'm going to go in one mind just for that unity gain. What I've been doing now is seeing all these top empires. Am I improving with them? If not, I probably should look at maybe doing that. And also seeing if I can get a subjugation off, which is close for people. Influence is now the issue. More monthly loyalty change. I'm building more ship. Try and get 100% power projection. I very much need the Unity Enclave because they can give influence. Haven't found them. We could get the Great Reef, but we don't have enough influence. Oh, it's because these turned into protectorates. Ugh. We lost some of the gain from that. We could just nab a tributary. Yeah, I think we do that. These guys are really weak. There's also a -3 here. Oh, we're almost done. We're almost done with the entire galaxy. Subterfuge is done. I think we go Biomorphosis now and go down the path of purity. Probably break some research agreements to save on some unity, especially with those that aren't vassalized. Oh, we can get Mystery Incorporated for just 90 influence. Perfect. Look at this galaxy. I've not done anything. Just sat here in tech and vassalized. And our economy is absolutely insane. We just keep building ships. Literally everyone loves us now and we're strong enough. I just don't have the influence. Yeah, we just got to pump all our resources into food so we can build more ships so we can get better naval capacity. We're 4. Oh, now we're not 4 influence off. We're exactly enough influence for another vassal. The Great Reef. Oh, this is an empire I don't remember seeing. Improve. We're +5 now. Great Reef, can we finally subjugate you or no? We can, but we don't have the influence. I don't understand this. Base tributary, 90 cost. Upgrade basic goes under 59. Upgrade again, 82. Go up again, 131. What? We'll just take the cheapest one. Another one joins the fray. A gene tailoring. Really? How do I not have gene tailoring? It's down there. Let's just get the gene tailoring then. Wait, no, the Great Reef has vassalized someone. That makes it infinitely harder because they get -800. Gonna have to break the defensive pact because we're probably gonna have to war them and we have to be these guys' protectorate. Well, everyone's a vassal except for someone who has a vassal and they will eventually die. We just have a 10-year truce. The state of Valagard are preparing to break free. Maybe don't. You can trade. Wait, so I could sell food and energy and stuff but then give trades to them. That's quite funny. Yeah, none of them are happy, but we're stealing all of their resources. Does that matter? I don't think it does. Oh, they've actually declared war. You fools. Oh, that's quite a lot of them breaking free. Maybe I shouldn't have vassalized the whole galaxy. Who would have saw that at full coming? And we'll teach him a lesson. No, the purity breach. It said I killed 13 pops. It killed the entire planet. And that is the thing. I don't think they can easily get to me because we've turtled so much. And because we've taken so much of their resources, we're just so far ahead of them. It doesn't even matter. Uh-oh. They're actually attacking us. They are dying. Slowly they're dying. I'm so glad they're just going for the star bases. I queued up to build gun batteries and stuff. Just weakening themselves for me. Thank you so much. How nice of them. Now, there are 2 other vassals trying to rebel. Maybe we shouldn't have done what we're doing. I'm kind of winning. I'm thinking that get 2 people's capitals. We can finish off purity now. Yay. Oh no, we can't even finishing it. No. No. Everyone's trying to be independent. The vassal plays are dead. Our food is dead. I think we have to surrender. The rise and fall of our empire. I even lost a planet. I think you could definitely utilize this build. I wanted to see if it would work now, but they have nerfed the vassal build so much. Loyalty kind of matters. You probably don't want to get every single vassal and just make them strong and make sure the loyalty is okay. If I didn't have 95% of the galaxy, this build definitely would have been better. And we did massively benefit before I just started getting vassals with 0% contract. Now go check out my full proper wilderness playthrough where we expanded. We didn't actually make any vassals, probably should have, where I would set up going the behemoth. Look at now.